Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Farm and Pastor's Wife. I'm so glad you're here. My name's Leslie, and you are in my kitchen down on the farm, and I'm thrilled to have you here. Hey, look, if you're new to my channel, I upload cooking content, grocery hauls, day in the life of favorite things at Amazon, all kinds of stuff, ministry videos and farming videos. You're going to kind of get a conglomerate here. And today we're doing a grocery haul. But first, I want to try a new pizza dough. Now, with that being said, this is one that ferments in the refrigerator for a few days or however long you want it to. I think it can stay in there for up to a week. But I hear it is absolutely delicious. And we're going to try it. Now, you won't see the finished outcome on today's video because I am filming the day I'm uploading. And if it's got to stay overnight in the refrigerator, it won't be done. So just stay tuned to my videos to see when we actually fix it and make it. It'll probably be on Monday's video, I'm guessing. So we'll see. But anyway, with that being said, there is a pizza dough that I have finally made and I love it. I've already done a video on it and I'll link it down below. And then we're just going to try this one to see what we think of this one. I've never done one that sits in the refrigerator and overnight or whatever. So we're going to try that. All right, so first I'm going to get 1.5 cups of warm water. All right, let me get you turned down. I've already got 1 cup of warm water in here. I'm going in with my 1/2 cup. We're going to put a little bit of honey, about 1 teaspoon of honey. It's going to take a while. And I'm just eyeballing the teaspoon, so. Might have been a little more than 1 teaspoon. Okay, and let me get a little spoon here to stir that with. All right, well, we're going in with 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt, and it specifically said sea salt, so I don't think it matters, but I'm gonna do. And right about here, my microphone decided to malfunction, so voiceover it is. So I put in the sea salt, and I'm giving everything a stir. I don't normally like to add salt to my yeast mixture because I've always been taught that salt could, you know, delay the yeast or kill the yeast or whatever, but I try to, like, if I'm mixing it in the flour, I put it off to the side, but this recipe said to put it in with the water and the honey, so that's what we did. I'm going in with 1/2 teaspoon of instant yeast. Now, the difference between instant yeast is you don't have to necessarily wait for it to proof like you would a regular yeast. I usually wait anyway, just to make sure my yeast is good. I let it sit for a little bit, just to be sure that my yeast is alive and well. So we're stirring that up just a little bit, and we're going to set it off to the side while I get my flour. If you have bread flour, you can definitely use bread flour, but I was almost out, so I used just my White Lily all-purpose flour. And we're going in with 3.5 cups. And I'm going to create a little well in the center of our flour to pour the yeast mixture into. I'm going to grab a spatula to create that well with. I could have done it with my hands and probably should have. So now we're going to pour in our yeast mixture right in the center, and I want to be sure I get all the yeast particles out of that measuring bowl there. So I just go in and be sure I get everything out. Because this did not have a whole lot of yeast in it. It was just a half of a teaspoon. And so now I'm just going to start stirring this together. And I'll eventually go in with my hands, as you'll see in just a minute. It comes together very nicely and is actually kind of a very moist dough. I was kind of worried here for a minute that it was going to be really dry, but once you get your hands in there and get it all together, it actually is a very moist dough. So I'm pulling up my sleeves here and I'm going in with my hands. And I'm just going to keep turning it around and kind of kneading it inside the bowl for a few minutes, picking up all that loose flour. And you'll see in just a little bit, once I get it down on my countertop, I get it to where it's really moist, and I stick it back in the bowl and pick up any excess loose flour with it being moist. So you'll see that in just a little bit. I had disinfected and cleaned my countertop really well. So I was ready to just put it right on the countertop and knead it. And here's where I'm feeling it's starting to get very moist, and you can tell it's coming together very nicely. I love to work with bread and make bread and knead bread. Here I am putting it back in the bowl, just picking up any of that loose flour that may have gotten left in the bowl, because the outside of that dough had become very moist and was easily to pick up that loose flour. All right, and so I'm going to knead it for a couple of minutes, where I just pull towards me and push out and rotate the dough as I go. Pulling towards me and pushing out, rotating the dough as I go. I put a little bit of flour on there. This is so therapeutic to me. It is just relaxing. I don't know why I enjoy making bread so much, but this is the part of it I love. I love the smell of yeast. I love the smell of bread baking. I love kneading the dough. I love everything about bread making. Caroline has actually mastered sourdough. I haven't quite gotten there yet. I've made a few sourdough things, but not to where I want to keep making it. So I've kneaded for, a couple of minutes here. And in just a minute, I'm going to get the butter spray that bowl down, and put this dough in it to rest for about 4 to 5 hours. Now, like I said, this is a refrigerator dough, so it's going to hang out in my refrigerator after I get it divided into half. And we won't do that till I come back after it's rested for about 4 to 5 hours. But it'll actually make 2 pizza doughs. And so yeah, I'm going to spray my bowl down here and just sit that dough in there. I turn it over once, but then I end up with it seam side down. I'm going to cover it with a towel, and it's going to hang out for a few minutes. So now hopefully my mic is fixing to come back on. Well, guys, I just got in the car. I just got the message that our grocery pickup is ready, so I'm going to go pick that up. And I also just realized that at some point during my filming of the pizza dough, my microphone died. So I've got to come back and do a voiceover to that before I get this out to you. So we got a lot of editing to do when we get home. I hate it when that happens. Okay, all right. So I will see you guys back in a little bit. Let's head to Walmart real quick and get our groceries. All right, here is my grocery haul. It's a very small one, and it was very specific to certain recipes. It's not like I just bought stuff that I want to keep here. It's very specific for certain things. So let me just start down here with the non-grocery stuff. Shampoo, dish detergent. I love this new style of bottle, but the one I have is bigger, and I thought that's the one I ordered, but I guess not. Anyway, we got a couple of deodorants here, some Q-tips. Being on a farm, someone always gets scraped, and the bottle of peroxide is kind of hard to maneuver sometimes, so I thought this spray bottle would be really good. So I grabbed that. Q-tips. Let's talk. I've really started enjoying shredding my own cheese, so I got Sharp and mozzarella. This is for, I'm trying a new to me recipe for mac and cheese. It's made with a bechamel sauce. I don't think I've ever made macaroni and cheese with a bechamel sauce. So we are going to try that. And so I've got Sharp and mozzarella. Now this is something that is not necessarily specific, but we always need milk. So I grabbed a thing of milk. The Frank's Red Hot. I've been actually craving my buffalo chicken dip. And so I grabbed some of that. And I like to snack on it with pork rinds. So that's that. Sun-dried tomatoes. We have a delicious salmon I'm going to be making. And it is served with a cream sauce. I will serve it on top of this wild rice, but the sun-dried tomatoes go in it. Here's the elbow macaroni for the macaroni and cheese. Whipping cream for several different things. I have several different recipes that call for heavy cream. The spinach will go in my salmon dish, and the green onions as well. This is boneless, skinless portions of salmon. I love that. I like to get it at Sam's because I can get a bigger bag. But anyway, and green onions. Asparagus will be my side dish as well as the macaroni and cheese. Grapes, I just wanted to snack on. I think I'm snacking, you know, I've got my mind on snacks. Honeycrisp apples. I love apples dipped in crunchy peanut butter. So I grabbed that just as a quick protein snack. And I have a dessert that's coming up that again is raspberries and chocolate. And so it's gonna be a great Valentine's idea, easy Valentine's Day idea dessert. And we're going to get that made, and it's going to be absolutely delicious. And I bought 2 of these. I think I'm only going to need 1, but I bought 2 because I just like to eat them. So there you have it. That is a quick, easy rundown of this quick grocery haul. Not much in it, but yeah, it was quick. All right, so I will see you back. Let's go peek at the pizza dough. Let's just see what's happening over here. It's only been an hour. It's going to hang out here. Not much is happening. It's still in there. So we're just going to let it hang out for about 3 more hours. And then we'll divide it up. Put it in to separate, 2 separate dough. And we'll get it in the refrigerator and let it just hang out until I'm ready to make a pizza. Hey everybody, we're ready to get started on our pizza dough. But no, come here. Look who I've had to keep this today for a couple of hours.
He's sleeping.
He fell asleep in my arms, and I just sat and held him. It was wonderful. All right, so we're going to get this pizza dough going, and I'm going to separate it into 2 loaves so we can have 2 pizzas. Bye.
Bye, honey.
Love you too.
Thank
All
you.
right, you're welcome. All right, we're going to get this out here, and we're going to kind of toss it in this flour that I've dusted the counter with. And we're going to I'm going to get it into a pretty ball again, and then we're going to split it in half. All right. Let's just all right. So here we have one of the doughs, and I'm just going to keep folding it over on itself about 8 times. All right, so that loaf is done. I've got it in that bowl, and I'm just going to do this one. I'm just folding it over on itself like a book about 8 times, then rolling it into a ball and getting it into a grease bowl, and into the refrigerator it goes. All right, let me grab another bowl. This one I'm just putting back in that same bowl, and these little tin bowls have lids. And I'm putting it seam side down. And in the refrigerator they go, and you'll have to check back at another time to see when we make this, to see how it turns out. But I thought you would enjoy just putting it together. Maybe y'all could put it together with me, and we can, you know, check our progress together, or when we make it, let me know. So, all right, they're going in the refrigerator. I'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you so much for joining us. I love you guys. Have a great day. And remember, if the grease is hot enough, you can fry anything. Bye, y'all.